Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosie and Corina, psychic investigators.
Hello,
So,
everybody. Hello.
Corina's here. It's Friday with Corina and Rosie, right? Fridays, we do a video
Yep.
together. So, we talked for almost an hour just figuring out, just kicking it, I guess. I don't know how you put it, until we get kind of something comes up, whips up,
Yeah.
whipped up. And I am a little bit low energy today because, the time of the month or whatever, but it's okay.
Yeah. I
Um,
have enough for both of us,
that's
so we're
right.
good.
So then I decided to I was like close my eyes here with Corina and I was like, Corina, what about? So then I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do it like a quote unquote a picture. Like we're not gonna have a specific question. We're gonna look at the different, let's say, constituencies and how they're doing today and versus a month. Okay. So
Yes.
because then I think that gives us it would just pick up a lot more information sometimes we do it this way. Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's do the protection. I'd like to ask for
Okay.
protection. A beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I fill my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that I create the good and all the good, and so it is.
And so it
So,
is.
um, actually, before I start, I wanted to say that if you haven't subscribed to both of our channels, please subscribe. And this video is we're collaborating, quote unquote, because now YouTube has this feature where both of our channels can be shown in the video. So if you click on the subscribe button, you will see how to subscribe to Karina's channel and my channel in the same place. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
yes, of course. Thank you, Karina, for
You're
being with
welcome.
me. For
Oh, I love it. I love it.
so
So
okay,
much
so
joy.
yeah, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna do quickly read the list. It's gonna go by fast, but so we're gonna look at what's the GOP thinking today with this whole crisis versus a month down the line. Same with Kamala and a month down the line.
Yes.
Trump and
Hands are already sweating.
wait, I'm rude. You see, I can't in White House. Say
Yeah.
White House.
White
Okay,
House.
Trump and White House today and the month. Thiel Vance today in the month. Elon today in the month, and then
Yes.
the EPS files and those in it today and within a month. Okay,
Okay.
so all right. So let's see.
Man, my hands are sweating so
Oh,
much.
interesting reaction
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Hot topics.
what's it called, current crisis, because it is a big crisis, and I don't mean obviously, the whole like ICE situation or anything like that. It's really does it look weird to you, the title? Or no, it's just me.
Actually, you know what? Let me get this off the screen here. Sorry, my
Mm.
no,
So,
that's good.
no, it's okay. Okay. So, so let's do that. Okay, Karina, let's see. Let's see what's going on inside the GOP right now as the crisis related to the Trump administration and now the Epstein thing is happening.
Okay.
So what's going on? How are they feeling right now? Wow.
Oh my God, what images?
Wow. So not, I don't know what I was, I mean, again, it's always like, you never know, but it was a weird image of them first starting to burn things. When like they know that the information, like they're starting to burn documents, burn. But I also feel like the burning has to do with trying to burn like any connection to all of this because we know if it's true and it more and more there's evidence that in fact Epstein was it's very very close to Russia, and so if we know that the Republicans have been close to Russia for a very long time, so that's kind of the vibe here is like they're kind of wanting to burn the past, burn all the evidence of that they have worked with these people in a way or another because they know they have, and then also burn the stench of the Epstein connection in a way or another. And
Hmm.
then I see that they're almost like removing their clothes, like just having changing their clothes so that they can like leave it all behind. This feeling is like I have to leave with as little as possible and
Yeah.
try to like extricate themselves from this. So it's, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I thought like, oh, they're gonna have a reaction to Trump, but it was like desperation and they're trying to burn whatever today, like kind of
Desperation.
like because they feel like something's coming to them, then it's not good.
Hmm.
So now you're
No.
going to, because I was just okay.
The first image I had was all of them running around with their pants down around their ankles
Hmm.
because they know they're exposed. They're in this. They're some way or another, they're in this. And Lindsey Graham, of course, comes first to mind. Remember when he had that reaction where he was screaming in Congress and everything?
Hmm.
That's what he was the forefront of running around, screaming, panicked to get rid of everything, everything, everything. I mean, the current situation, they're not even worried about that stuff so much because that's been going on for a while. They've been okay with that kind of behavior. It's this, it's the exposure of themselves, of the links to who they're linked to. You're right, who's paying them, who's has been paying them, the locations where they've gone to meet them, what's happened at those locations, their private parties. Oh my gosh, they are all running around with their pants around their ankles, trying to get rid of everything.
Okay.
But I don't think they will. I think there's
Okay.
enough stuff out there backed up that they can only run and hide so far.
So, all right. So now let's go to a month later. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna put March. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So today, since today's February 6th, let's go to March, right? So a month
Yeah.
later, how the same GOP is reacting to the current like that. Okay, look at first the calendar shows March 6th. Wow. This was a really now it's a really weird image. So the same, I don't know what this area is or something, but the same, like there was like this, there was the furniture was like wooden and there was things were burning and they just want to throw everything. So then when I looked at it on the like a month, it's very cold, like as if no one there's like these, I think supermarkets have these, it's not a morgue, but very cold inside indoors, like
Yeah.
it's a
Refrigerator
freezer.
units. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the whole freezer, everything is frozen. And there's barely, and the person there is wearing white and kind of frozen. And the whole thing is frozen. There's nobody there anymore. Like, well, why? Let me ask this. Why is it? What does that mean? The cold, is it? Where are they? They've gone because if they've been really, have they been removed or have they left? Evacuated, okay. The some, oh wow. So where is everybody? What are they? Almost like they're gone. Like they had to leave. And I
Yeah.
don't think that it's not as if the Congress, but I don't know where everybody else, but it's like functioning on bare minimum, but they're not there. So what does that mean? They're not there? Do they not have power? What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? They're gone. I don't know, Corina. I don't know if you tell me what you pick up because that's
So, okay. So going from running around with their pants down on trying to put out the fire. This next image, it was really weird because it didn't look like the White House. It looked like just rooms filled with old plastic metal chairs, but they were all slumped. Like there was nobody left to lead. They were covered in soot, which means they were all burned in the fire. They were covered in soot, so they were connected. They were it was proven and shown that they were connected. And they didn't have any power anymore. That's, I think, what you might be picking up. They've lost their power to sway the people, to get their way, to move forward. The connections are too egregious and too in your face, blatant. And so I feel like they're losing their power, and a lot of them are going to have to start going. And I still see a lot of them jumping ship. They're going to try to get out of there before they get caught up in the arrests or the downfall.
Can we actually, that would be an interesting, because a lot of times people ask, what, I don't bother with that because like, I'm not interested in trying to fit the logical, like whatever people ask, oh, if JDVance is not gonna take over, then Mike Johnson. But I don't see that. I mean, I understand that the Constitution would dictate something like that, but I'm curious about where's Mike Johnson, not because I think he's gonna play some big role, but I just want to know where is he on March 6th, because that will give us an idea. Okay, so where's Mike Johnson? Wow, he's in a prison of some sort. Like he's not, it feels like there's like bars, like he has been
Right.
investigated. So what's the story here? What's going
I,
on? What is
yeah. I saw him having to hand the gavel over to Hakeem Jeffries.
he's just not, I feel like he's out of, what I mean? He's not, so is he not as he's having to say things. Where were you? What were you doing? Like, what's the story here? Come on. I don't know, but not in
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
It's just I feel like what we're experiencing is this outpouring of the truth. And so it is going to start hitting all these players in their own roles. And he's one of them. He's been such a liar through this whole thing. So he's covered so much up. He's just sweating. It really feels different by March. By March, it really does. I feel we're much closer to seeing Hakeem Jeffries in there. I really do. And I just want to say, you know, for the people going, well, is Mike Johnson going to be president? Let's just put our rightful president in, okay? Okay, let's focus on that,
mhm.
that outcome, because that's the real thing.
Okay.
That's what should happen.
All right.
So
So
I just have to say that,
okay.
just my 2 cents.
All right. Okay.
But I don't see him in that.
Yeah. All
There
right.
is going to be a little bit of interim, but no,
All
because
right.
they're in on it.
I know. I know. So all right. So Grenna, can I pause for so we'll go to the
Yeah,
next?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay. So now we're going to the next subject, which is right now, as if I was explaining to Corina, like as if we had a camera onto the White House and see we're observing their reaction. So how are Trump and the White House, his staff, Nicole Miller. We don't have the time or the energy to do every single person,
Yeah.
but we're just gonna kind of, see what comes up.
Big
So,
picture, big picture
yeah.
here.
So Trump and the White House, their reaction to what's going on right now. Wow. So, wow. So, it's interesting. Like, so you guys know that I'm staying with my parents, and they're older. And so, especially my stepdad, kind of watch over him. Like he's fine, but it's like slower and everything. So, and I see that there's like, I'm not getting into details, but I see that similarly, Trump is like his mental capacity is declining, but he's also clogging the bathroom with vomit because the thing is like so intense. Like it's like he knows this time he can't get out of it. And I see that they're like the White House staffers are like as if they're kind of caretakers a little bit of him.
Right.
At the same time, the guy then has to pretend. I'm seeing like let's say the elderly parent, let's say any elderly parent, but then to the outside world, he has to be the powerful guy. So it's a lot of work to put
It's
on the
exhausting.
facade of the
Hmm.
guy. Oh, there he is. He's like a character he has to play every night, every day, or something. But he's not like that for those who know what it's like when the doors are closed. But I see that even they are like having this gut feeling that it's over, like they can't get out of
Yeah.
it, and they have to kind of close down the shop or something um because Trump, they know that, and I see a lot of them know about what is really out, like what he's really afraid of. And I think it's their taste, it's all kinds of things. So anyway, so that's me here, Karina. Go ahead, you tell us.
Yeah, basically the same. I actually saw uh, Kristi Noem and everybody that looks exactly like her, that's all had the plastic surgery. Their faces were melting, and they were, we did this for, they did all the surgery, they did everything they were told to do, even get pregnant. And now they're realizing it's over. It's over for them. They're everything they were going towards, they were working towards, they were covering up. They can't cover it up. And before, when Rosie and I were talking, I saw Trump basically in a high chair. He looks to me like he's in a high chair. They take him from the high chair to the stage, and it's getting harder and harder to do that. They can't keep up this facade any longer, and especially now with everything coming out, because Trump knows in his gut, like I feel for him, complete deflation. Like he knows what's in there. He knows what's coming out. But all his staff and everybody, they know the surface stuff, but they don't know the deep down stuff. And now that's what they're hearing, and they're just melting. They're melting.
Okay, okay. All right. So let's see that now, um down the line. What's going on? I made it. Hold on, I just copy this too. Okay. So, okay, so let's see, Karina.
Okay.
All right, down the line. Okay, what? So let's see the White House. Wow, what's really interesting? The image I had seen before of the Republicans that's iced, like cold, cool. There's like one or two people. The rest are kind of gone. And I see the White House similarly kind of emptied. And I see that there's like the helicopter things I had seen before, but they're coming just towards, as if they have checked through the premises to make sure there's nobody there anymore. But it's like I see the air kind of breezing, as if the windows are all open, and it's kind of vacant.
Yeah.
So weird. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's, but it's
Yeah.
okay. It's funny where it didn't show me. So where's Trump?
I know.
Like,
He just feels like he's gone. He just
yeah, I
feels like
think he's just in another, and I think but he's out of it. He's been removed. He's not, I mean, not removed technically where like he was taken out or anything, but he had to, he's like, he'll be forced to resign because of
right.
mental decline. And then I see that it shows me the face of Peter Thiel. We're gonna talk about them next, but
Yeah. Which to me also feels like his own thinking of his way out is, oh, I'm insane now. I
mm,
think I'll play that part now because
mm,
that's going to help get me out of here.
mm.
But honestly, when I looked at, they were just cleaning up all the melted goo from all these people melting. They weren't there. It is empty. It's hollow. I hear, like, how they s- they say you could shoot a cannon down the mall or the hallway, there's nothing there. But I do see a lot of destruction. Like, I don't know what Trump's going to do, but
All right.
he might be on a bulldozer at some
Mm,
point trying to
okay.
knock things over, buildings and stuff. But
Mm.
that, I think that's, distractions are coming our way, but I feel like by the time we get there, they're just cleaning up the goo from all these people melting.
So just gonna grab a few things. Okay, so just go to crystals and things. So now let's go to the next subject here is Teal and Vance. Okay. And
Yes,
how
our favorite too.
uh are reacting.
Oh,
Okay, so So
Oh,
Thiel and
he
Vance
should have left it as O.
and how they're reacting. What's going on? Wow. Okay. So just I see it shows me them in separate locations, and that I think it's similar to what I saw the other, I don't know, the other day. I think I think you may have looked at it together. I don't remember. Something like JDVance being like, like shallow breathing of stress, but then just this motion I made of like, it's like this, but he's like, it's fine. Everything is fine. You're going to be president. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's going to be resolved. Peter's going to take care of it. That's him. Like, but then like, no, it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. And then it shows me Teal, and right now it's just weird. It's like in some bathroom, like kind of fancy bathroom. And, could even be an airplane. It really like it's just, but it's weird because it's probably like a private airplane, so it's all very luxurious
Hmm.
looking. And then he has an oxygen mask on the one hand, and also because I had seen it earlier today, actually, I was kind of imagining, just thinking, what's up with him? The people that have that do drugs, they put a rubber thing around their arm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I see he's pulling this rubber thing to inject himself with something.
yeah.
It's like you have this. It's like, and he's like, and he continue. He needs that. He's a serious drug addict, and he needs that. And it's saying, Rosie, you thought he looked like he had non-alcoholic. I wrote to somebody. He has non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver. It's true because he's
Mm.
used a lot of injectables of all kinds, and it had really damaged his liver.
Of
So
all
that's what I
kinds.
see. So go ahead, Corina. What do you want to
Okay.
do?
Well, I'm just going to say what I see, but it's gross. I'm going to
Oh
just
my
tell
God.
you. Okay. Trigger warning. I saw Teal doing the same thing, injecting himself with drugs.
Mm,
And because he's panicking. But oh gosh, then they took me to the scene where I, I talked about this yesterday, what Peter Thiel is into. And I think, we already know he's dealt with blood and that, but he was standing there, oh God, looking at all these refrigerators that he has full of, let's just say, parts of bodies and blood. Blah, blah, blah. He was like, the plugs were getting pulled out of the freezers and he's panicking because he's like, I gotta live with it. I can't live without this stuff. I can't live without it. I'm like, he's trying to inject himself as
oh,
much as he can. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. He is panicking. He's panicking. He's losing it. He can't live without that kind of stuff. He can't. And he's destroyed his body so much with the things he puts into it that when he doesn't have that stuff, he can't sustain.
yeah.
It'll destroy him.
Okay.
So he's freaking out. He's losing everything.
Okay. All right. So, and I see people trying to call him, being like, "Where's Peter? Peter?" And he's not responding. He's kind of disappeared. Nobody knows exactly where he is. Okay. Now, wow. And then I see there he's like telling somebody, "But they're gonna arrest me. We have to what airspace or where are we?" Like I'm kind of flying to. He has all these different houses. So okay. But let's see
Yeah.
1 month. Okay, March was in March 6th. Okay, so March 6th. Because that's like, where's because if Trump goes, right? So let's see where's Vance Teal. Wow, okay. This honestly, this sounds too crazy to me. But I'll say it. I'll just say it because that's what I have to do, right? It sounds so first I see JD Vance like alternating between like a couple few days ago, and he's sort of like losing his mind because he was like remembering that he was getting final fitting for the presidential suit. and like he's remembering it, and then he comes back to today, and it's like it was supposed to happen. It was no. What are you talking about? Like no, and then he's just like kind of jumping, like, but only 48 hours ago it was supposed to happen, and now, oh my God, what? I can't believe it. Oh my God, and he's just like crash. It's crashing. He's crashing now. And then when I look at Peter Thiel, the weirdest thing is I can't see his face, and it's almost like he's in a room, like empty room, or like not a, how like singers or musicians have this like dressing room, kind of fancy dressing room, but he's not a dressing room. And I'm like, what? But the weird thing is his face is obscured. You can't see it. And it's sort of like they're making it going to make a statement about him being arrested. But I'm like, it seems a little far away, but it could even be in another country, honestly.
Hmm.
Because if he's, which I believe it is, he could have tried to escape the US,
Yeah.
but he's not six, because if we have people that are like this happened with the CEO of Telegram. Like if you're flying, if a country wants to arrest you and you're flying in their airspace, that you can be forced to step out, like
Right.
they can force the airplane to stop. So
Right.
that's kind of like, I think but why is his face obscured here? Why do I not see his face? Because it's not, it, it won't be revealed yet. Is that right? I don't know. So tell me what you pick up, Corina,
It
because
might, yeah, I was actually a little kind of confused about where Teal was because he is, they kind of keep taking me. He's way deep underground, but he's trying to get away. He is trying to get away, but it's not possible. It's not possible. So for me, he was reacting to getting caught.
interesting. Okay, okay.
Yes, so I did see that too. He's reacting to getting caught. That's why I think they showed me him panicking that how's he going to survive without what he does? And when you say you can't see his face,
Mm,
oh look, um, there's parts of his face that are missing. Like
okay.
his face is starting to like dissolve. Like, what does that mean? They're on their way to being caught. It's just, I guess that would be the best way to just say it.
When you ask this question about the, like, why could this, it's like when Corinne and I talked about with each other even more about the Oscar Wilde book, where there's this beautiful picture in the attic. I mean, has a beautiful face, and then the attic is a monster. Then it flips. So I see that his real face is going to be shown, not the one we see. Does it make sense? Like
Yeah,
not
the
the one
mask is coming
cultivated.
off.
That's what I think maybe is
Yeah,
a true face here.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's so ugly and scary, it's hard to
Mhm,
see.
mhm. All right. So okay. So ready to move. Let's go to the next person, Karina. Okay, which is
Okay.
Elon. Elon's
Oh,
reaction
little
to the
Leon.
crisis. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what's going on with Elon Musk today? His reaction to what's going on. Oh, wow. So I have to. So it's like I see that he's the kind of like panic. Yeah, and I see he's throwing things like books or piece of paper. No, just throw, keep moving. Like how he is also like Trump, very reactive. He calls people names and everything. He has to and then
Right.
as a way to kind of control his anxiety, it's just like, yep, no, no, yes, do it. And then I see he's like, well, we have to IPO, we're gonna IPO, SpaceX. But it shows me that the things he's throwing against the wall or whatever in the room are almost like obstacles to him getting the IPO idea. Is like he has to jump over all this stuff he's throwing in order to get to the IPO. But and then it's like it shows me that it's almost like a ship. This ship is sailing, like he's realizing that he can't, because that was his way. No, that's my way out. That's my way out. He
Right.
thinks, no,
Right.
it's gonna work. Then I'll deal with that. Then But then I see that there's so much stuff in, like, as if the obstacles, legal obstacles, all kinds of obstacles, and his own mistakes in his past thrown in front of him, he can't jump over it to get to
Right.
the next stage that he's already plotting and or trying to. So he's just like seeing
Yeah.
the ship sailing, and like he has to now face the truth. He's lied, his whole. Some people say there's some good things about him and all that, but to me, he's mostly a liar and a schemer. So that's what's
Yeah.
happening. Okay, so you tell me what you picked
Yeah.
up
I'm
on.
sorry. Even if there were some good things about
Yeah.
everything bad he does outweighs all that. So
Hmm.
there is no good things when you let your systems produce pornography. I mean, come on. Come
Hmm.
on. So no, it's the same thing I saw. He's on all fours, just heaving his guts out because he cannot. He knows what's coming. He knows he's lost everything. And he's sitting there, no, look, I'm a billionaire. You guys can't do this to me. Look, I'm a billion. No, you're not. It's
Hmm.
all,
Okay. Wow. Okay.
gosh, everything.
All
He
right.
knows it's over. He knows it's over. And plus, with other countries now investigating him, he knows it's over.
Mhm. Okay. So let's go a month down the line to Elon again. What is,
Mm.
wow. Okay. So I see that he's in a, to me, like some sort of prisons. It's not a prison, it's like he's been captured, and he's like, what's the word? A person withdrawing the drugs that he takes. Like he get,
Oh yeah, he's on.
like,
Yeah,
okay, and like, oh, you have to tell us, this is this person, that person. And almost like it's weird to say there's like a boat or like a submarine. It's something weird. Like the location is not, it's maybe unknown, but it's like they know that they know the high level communications. It's just with the Russians and all that. So
yeah,
it's like, so is that he's been captured? Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
He's being
okay.
interrogated. He's being interrogated.
That's right.
And he's going through withdrawals at the same time as he's being interrogated.
Wow. And I see that they're like, nope, the SpaceX thing, no, it's not gonna happen that he's planning. No. And I
No,
see that before he was like looking at the departing ship for the IPO. Now he
right.
feels like it's over. It's gone. I lost
Yeah,
everything. He knows it's like I've lost everything technically.
yeah,
Now what does he think? Does he want? I think he may have to tell the truth or want to tell some truth and
yeah. He's
try
gonna
to
have to.
see if he can get away, if that can help him
Yeah,
somehow. Okay, so that's interesting.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what I feel
Wow.
too. I feel like he's very close to singing like the canary, like we thought he would,
Hmm.
because he
Hmm.
doesn't have a choice. He's cornered.
Hmm.
He
Okay.
is responsible for so
Okay.
many things, and
Hmm.
they're going to find it, especially as other countries starting their investigations. No matter what they're starting, they're going to find all these connections of his glitchy systems. So there is no recovery. You know, what they're telling me right now, Spirit saying,
Hmm.
he didn't just commit a crime in one country. He committed a crime
Hmm.
in multiple countries.
Hmm.
So
hmm
we're not the only ones that could go get him.
hmm hmm
We're
hmm
not.
hmm
So we have to look at that. We have to know that there's other countries involved
Okay.
at bringing these people down.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, all right. So now we're gonna go to the EPS files as is today, plus the people that are in it, even the ones that haven't been shown. So what's going on? Wow, it's funny. It shows me a lot of them had to go to the emergency room, heart attacks, and uh
Yes.
and it's just like white, like it's like, and it shows me, with those crime shows that I watch when like the DNA matches and they have to, oh, today he's a grandfather living in this town, and there's like the police knocks like, do you know this woman? No, never met her. Oh really? Why was your DNA with her that day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like so
Yeah.
so it's something they can't, they know, they kind of like were expecting it in a way, but now it's worse. And I see that each of them is like, when then they hear another name, it's like, but that makes me look so bad because they can't just
Yeah.
make sense. It's like they're part of a club, and
Right.
crimes like the others reflect on them as well. So it's just
Yeah.
so now
Yeah.
let's see. Wow, it's now this thing, and then I'll hand it over to you, Grant. It's kind of interesting. I see the face of this man. I do think it's the brother of Epstein, Mark Epstein, I think his name is. And I see he's holding, like one of those boxes of like archival boxes or something. And it's like it has a bow in it. And it's like, wow, this is the big thing. They don't know yet that he
Yeah.
has. Wow, and it's the tape of Trump. He has it. They have it. Others
Yeah.
have it. It's like
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
final. Wow, wow,
Wow.
wow. Can I
Wow.
tell you what I pick up? And
But
saying there's a handwritten note from Jeffrey telling him, if this and this happens, you have to give this to you have to share this with, I don't know exactly how they, but there's instructions that he gave because, wow, he knew. I remember the guy, the journalist, Michael Wolff. He
yeah.
told the brother and told Michael Wolff that he was afraid. And that's why he gave that big interview to Wolff. He was
Hmm.
afraid that something could happen to him. So he told
Right.
the brother and him, if this
Hmm.
these things happen, and if they have happened, I don't know exactly what they are, doesn't necessarily matter, then you have to share this. And I think that's what he has. He's opening. I see the brother on like opening the box, and it has his pictures, like old, and it's funny. I even see the photo paper of like looks like 1980s or something, photos and tapes, several of them. Okay, so he has
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And he was given, it's saying that wow, it's saying the KGB gave me this also to ensure that this was your life, like what is it called? Life policy or life,
Yeah. Yeah. Your
there's a
insurance
name.
policy.
Insurance policy, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So life
Wow.
insurance, that's it. So if something
Yeah.
happens to me, then this has to like so so what I
Wow.
have a question. Oh my God. So
Yeah.
they know,
There's a lot.
wow. So go ahead, Grenade, see what you pick up.
You know what I saw, which was interesting? It was just, it took me to regular people, not the people in the higher positions. Man, I'm getting chills and I'm sweating on this one. It took me to regular people, doctors, lawyers, celebrity, took me to especially doctors and lawyers. There have been physicians that have worked with those girls. There have been lawyers that have done everything to keep their dirty deeds hidden. Those are the people that I'm seeing today panicking in their own lives because especially it's really taking me to the doctors for some reason. And because they know they're in there, but they're just practicing in their regular communities. They've had practices, they've had careers that nobody would know they're part of this. And they're panicking because it's all coming out. They're going to be found out. There's going to be so many regular people that are tied to this that their careers, their lives are destroyed.
Hmm, hmm.
So I'm even because I've already seen all the big people panic, but that's what they're showing me today. It's hitting regular society people that they're in there.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is so all encompassing. It's crazy. It's crazy
Yeah, okay.
how
All
many
right.
people it's going to hit.
All right. So now let's see in 1 month. EPS
Okay.
files. Okay. And the people in it, their reactions then. Okay, so that'll be March 6th. So what are so I see that it's that again, same scene of the brother, open the box, hands this information to I know I see NATO Europeans and others. And I see that it shows me the information first him getting out of like they have to remove like they have to somehow put Trump in a place where he can't give orders, like something like that. And then they show the tapes. And then the press has they see it's saying the American public is, wow, really? It's like it doesn't have to see the goriness of it. Okay, it's saying wow, they can cover their girls' faces. but not his.
Right. Right.
Wow. And it's saying several. It's not, it's more than one. It shows me three even.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have, there's more,
There's
but they
more.
have three. And then they have photos. So that's like, this is the reason why he has to go. And
Hmm.
and because you're like, oh, how's, and I think people will be like, I mean, I'm sure there could be like, someone's like, oh, it's not, it's like, no, it is. Even his allies, like everybody's going to be like,
Yeah.
yep, that's
Yeah.
true. And I see that the guy that they like to mock, Christopher, remember the guy who wrote that,
Christopher Steele.
yeah, I forgot the PP tape, whatever it was, the
Yeah.
dossier. He's been every, yes, it's true. I'm so glad
Yeah.
that it took so long, but this is the work that I've done all this time. And so he's recognized
Right.
everywhere. It's like, oh, he was true. The Russia hoax is real. That's what they
Yeah.
say. So, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, I honestly think that the next drop of Epps files before we get to that month, I think they just dropped like the next set
Hmm.
because
Okay.
I get that there was another drop
Okay. All
of
right.
files
Okay.
and that seals their fate.
Okay.
And that's where when you were saying that the brother comes out and shows the information, I feel like it's because the next set of
Okay.
files have dropped.
Wow. Okay. So I see a couple of things adding to this. It's saying it shows me that they will forget
Thanks, Tubbs.
oh, okay. His so it's saying they'll forget to remove some files that will show more, but it's on purpose. Like they'll forgot to, but it will
Yeah,
be placed there by experts and something so people could see it.
right.
One, and then two, I forgot to say, I also see people in coffin, like some of the people in the files. There's gonna be some, I think it's like some of them may unalive themselves actually or have a
Yeah,
heart
I
attack
saw that yesterday too, that
because
there's going to be a lot of people who
they
unalive.
can't because it's saying these are really prominent people that were used to being treated so much better. And like
Right.
when they're disgraced, they can't handle it. They really cannot. So
No. And it affects their personal lives. Their
mhm,
personal lives are over
yes,
because
yes.
if they were any sort of respected individual, that's all gone.
Yeah.
Everything they worked for is gone.
Hmm.
Everything.
Hmm.
So, yes, absolutely.
Wow, wow, okay. Oh, okay. So go you, Corina. Did you talk about the month?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did.
You did? Okay, yeah. Because I'm like, already
I know.
lost a
It's
sense of
flowing.
time. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's pause to the next subject. Okay, so last topic today is Kamala. So how is she reacting today? And then we're gonna ask 6 months down, 1 month at the line, I'm sorry. But the other thing to remember is that she coincidentally, is it a coincidence? I don't know. She announced that she is reactivating the Kamala HQ. So it's interesting, right? It's interesting. So let's see what's happening to Kamala. Wow, she's interesting. So excited. Yeah. She's hugging people. She's so excited about what's coming. And I see that she's like almost so excited, but she can't tell people exactly what it is.
Right.
It's like she's ready. And she just knows that this is a sign that things are gonna have to change. Sorry, I had to
She's
put my
feeling what
shredder.
we're feeling.
Hmm.
She's feeling what we're feeling.
Wow. But I feel like she's honestly like different in the sense that she's like so it's like both the weight of having to be silent all this time and
Right.
the anger, which is the only emotion you can feel after being denied what she won.
Right. What's
It's
rightfully
that's
hers.
right. And it's like lifting because it's like this feeling of like she's the real winner. She's always been the
Right.
real winner. And she
Right.
knows that it's very much closer. The
Hmm.
time is coming for
Yeah.
her the truth to be revealed. So that's what
Yeah,
tell me. Yeah, yeah.
she knows with this latest drop of
Hmm.
Ep stuff that how we've been saying these guys just have to drive themselves off a cliff. They're the
Hmm.
ones that have to bring themselves down.
Hmm.
Just, they showed me this all-encompassing awareness that she has now of, and she's always had the awareness, but like Rosie was saying, she doesn't have the anger, she doesn't have the frustration. It's gone now because it's this overwhelming awareness of, wow, I didn't have to lift a finger. These guys are actually bringing themselves down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be the one to say it
Mm-hmm.
because that wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it is an overwhelming sense of relief to her that it's
Mm-hmm.
finally coming out to where
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she just has to sit back and wait for
Mm-hmm.
that red phone to ring
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because they're taking themselves out.
Wow. Okay.
Trash is taking itself out.
That's right. Wow. Okay. So now let's see 1 month. 1 month. Okay. So
Oof.
tell me, Kamala, wow. She is now giving a speech, but it's like, what is it? The Washington Steps Lincoln Memorial. Is that what
Lincoln
it is?
Memorial.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And it's like, and everybody's like, yeah. It's like the energy that remember before, before she was meant to win. And
Yeah,
how
it's the
the
same
energy was
energy.
electric before.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, wow,
That's what
wow.
we're feeling. That's what we're picking up. We're feeling this electric energy that of, I said it, I feel like I'm back to where at the election, but it's this energy of her. She's so excited. She's so excited. But I see the same thing. I see her being inaugurated. At some point, she has to be given her rightful place.
Wow.
And so I see especially even people like us, we're just bawling because it's finally happened.
Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Wow.
She's
Wow.
preparing. She's preparing.
Mm. Wow. 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 Right. Yeah. So, yeah, no. So it feels like kind of like right, the whole thing of the timeline. We're back on the right timeline again. That's what it
It
feels like.
does. And as I'm feeling this into the future, the heaviness and the darkness that I feel right now and have been feeling, it's not there.
Mm.
There is a lot of cleanup to do. There's a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of things that we're going to go through, but it feels like this evil, dark heaviness that's been over us for so long is lifted.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good, Karina. Very interesting. So, very good. All right. So is that it for today, Karina? That right? Like for now,
I
I
think
think.
that's a good way to end is on a positive
Yeah.
note with
Yeah.
Kamala
Yeah.
because we're both
Yeah.
feeling the excitement of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I hope everybody else starts to feel that excitement
Mm-hmm,
again too.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Very
And
good.
if you don't, get yourself there
Yeah.
because believe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. All right, guys. So have a great weekend, okay? And
Yep,
thank
have a
you for
good weekend.
watching. Okay.
Thank you for watching. Bye everybody.
Okay. Bye. Bye.